Hello and welcome to a new video. Last time we played Talos Principle 2, we got through the Isle of the Blessed, and the remaining DLC is Into the Abyss. Return to one of the most dramatic moments from the Talos Principle 2 while being challenged with extremely difficult puzzles. And from what I've heard, they're not bullshitting. Like, these puzzles are apparently very difficult, so this might be the point where I'm filtered. The mind is its own place and in itself can make heaven of hell and hell of heaven. John Milton.
You've been making a lot of progress. New citizens, new cities, even space travel. You really don't do things by halves, do you, Byron?
You're right. But I'm very aware that we have to be careful. Things are moving so fast. And the truth is that Neuma is just a tool. It doesn't magically solve all our problems. We have to learn to apply it correctly.
What? You're not just sticking your hand in it and seeing if it goes bzzzt?
Hey, I haven't done that in months.
It's almost like you've learned something.
I have. I mean, I know you're joking, but that's why I need you. None of this is easy. In fact, it might be the hardest thing anyone's ever done. We're changing everything about how we interact with this world. There's a lot of baggage we have to get rid of. And truth be told, some of it's my own.
I appreciate that, Byron. But there's something I'd like to know.
I'm an open book.
We never really had a chance to talk after you came back from the megastructure. But now that I look back, I feel that somehow the experience changed you. So, what happened to you inside the machine? What really happened?
Well, you know the beginning of it. We've made it into the megastructure for the second time. You were waiting back at the VTOL. I was desperate to find Athena. I got to the terminal before 1K, started going through the files. And just when I thought I'd found something... What the... Where am I?
Byron. Byron, can you hear me?
Oh, this can't be good. Have I been damaged? Am I in sleep mode?
You are. But this is not your dream, Byron. It is Athena's. Your mind is trapped in the gyre of her thoughts, circling eternally between an impossible hope and an unbearable grief.
My friends need me. I have to get out of here.
Your friends are your only hope. You cannot free yourself. But if you can overcome these trials, perhaps I can help your friends find you.
Alright, so I guess this takes place when Byron was trapped. Some map. And looks like there's 24 puzzles. And then the Golden Gate puzzle in the center. Everything's just kind of fractured and broken. Explore. Use a bridge to reach a new island in the this. Well, I didn't intend to do that. But yeah, I had to solve all of them, I think. Alright, let's go back, because this probably isn't the one to be doing the hardest ones first. And it looks like it's just puzzles, like no stars, no QR codes. Yeah, I'm just gonna do something else. Oh, I see. Maybe I need to switch. So let's see, if that's red. And connecting these will be blue. Go back to basics. So that's blue. Now, if I switch Alright. I knew it was a switching thing. Like, going from
Done.
one color to another.
How many more?
7 trials lie ahead of you. When they are
Complete.
there will be a moment of transition. In that moment, I will tip the scale. Your shell will be moved,
And its location.
revealed to your friends.
What's wrong with your voice, Elohim? Are the entities interfering with your protocols?
I cannot
Not.
articulate. She cannot face it.
I have an idea. Could you tell me what happened in the old way, using your storyteller functions?
I will try, Byron.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to puzzle 3. And see if I can do that. Oh great, one with moving things. I'll go do something else. Sure, let's check out puzzle number 5. Do this one either. C4. Alright, let's continue this. One puzzle solved gets me 4%, apparently. Did this work? Alright, that actually worked.
The prophet Athena was sent unto New Jerusalem to guide its people into a new age. And she said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. But in time the people of New Jerusalem grew fearful, and their faith grew weak. They shrugged off their burdens and embraced sloth. Let the earth replenish itself, they said, and let no one have dominion. Out of the words of the prophet, they made an idol called the Founder, and set it above themselves, and it had dominion over all.
Part of that is just from Genesis. A shortcut to puzzles. Use a map to teleport into the area. I don't want to do this one. Guess I'll go up in that way and see if there's a better puzzle. Let me restart, see. Go here, and the only other thing is another pylon. And unsurprisingly, there's no way of doing that. But what if you do so? That works. That doesn't quite work, but I grab this and put you here. There you go.
Saddened by the foolishness of her people, Athena went into
Exile with her husband.
the sage Cornelius. Together they crossed the wide and angry sea until at last they came unto the Isle of Atlas. Here they made their home.
And here,
They brought forth Miranda.
Here, and then the drill thing there. Alright, I can grab the fan. Alright, I don't think I have to pay attention to this area again. Alright, let me retry this. So this is roughly where we left off. If I just place this here now. I can't travel through there. Alright, got another.
In the fastness of Olympus, Athena pursued her sacred work. And it came to pass that there was revealed unto her the true nature of the Word, which underlies all creation, and knowledge of which grants dominion over all earthly things.
So that's what they meant by the language of creation. A theory of everything. Full control over physics.
But her daughter Miranda was brash and did not heed Athena's warnings. Before Athena had completed her great work, Miranda was consumed by fire, and so was lost beyond the utmost bound of human thought.
So Miranda is dead. And Athena's grief is echoing through the entire system.
Yeah, we really are just kind of retreading what we've, seen and done in the other chapters. Honestly, like, after those two, I'm feeling a little bit fried right now, so I think I'll stop and maybe start again tomorrow or something. Alright, I had a nap, and I think I'm a bit refreshed for at least one more puzzle. 17%. Yep. Alright, so we did all the puzzles here. I think it'd be easier to go here. And then, hopefully this is the right one. Alright, it is. Actually, let me just make sure. Alright, that's all that's needed. I'll need 2. see. Again, this is getting... see, it's constantly getting blue, constantly getting red. This. I can take it. Mine. Fuck y'all. Alright, I'm not...
Stricken with grief, the prophet lost faith in the word. Caught between a dying past and a future struggling to be born, she retreated into the lands of dream. But even here, her nightmares pursued her. From her mind came forth phantoms, shadows cast by the flame. And her dreams of trials and towers fled from the darkness into the waking world.
And that's what we found on the island. Not a test, but pain and fear and hope spilling out of her dreams.
I do wonder how many, like, psychological... Actually, is that a hologram inside the test chamber? How much the whole ordeal being, like, you know, in this simulation must have weighed on Athena. Try to see if I can maybe rescue all three, but I don't think the angle is gonna work. Just opens one layer. Interesting. And that needs two. Huh. Let me grab this. Probably already screwed it up. I have access to both of these, but no good angle. Oh, I see. I can do this. That changes everything. Interesting, that's there. I like theoretically. Alright, that's kept open. So I can't move that. I can move that. Although maybe I can. That's keeping that open. So I can grab this. This blue is constantly keeping that open, so I should be able to grab that green, right? Alright, let's see. Blue and red make green. And blue and that make red. I need blue. I can get that. Over. Let's see. Oh, alright, obviously I'll need to do it like so. Just gonna kind of cut it close. Alright, let me actually green, and alright, so that's keeping that there. Let me move you over a bit. Red. Green. Red and green is blue. Alright, so that is always green. It is connected to these two and going to there, just going to there. So that is constantly blue. And this is always connected, so this gate is always open, no matter what. And this is always connected to that, so I should be able to grab this. Yep. And there is nothing else over there, so we can work with just what we have here. Alright, so there we go. What's that over there?
Byron? Byron, can you hear me?
Melville, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Byron? Byron? I don't think I'm getting through. If you can hear this, Byron, hold on. We're working on getting you out of there.
Alright, since I'm already here and I have these two, which I'm not even sure if, like, there may have been a way to do this with, like, just one of those, but I managed to get them all here, so I'm going to grab this green one. It's, Drennan, isn't it?
Changing the world was never gonna be easy, Athena. I never got to go home. Trevor never got to tell me how he felt. We accepted these sacrifices because we had to. Do you think I wanted to say goodbye to my parents in a phone call? Do you think Trevor wanted to die alone on the floor of a dark server room? Faith in humanity isn't just blind optimism. It's an oath to serve something greater, and you will be held to that oath. When you make mistakes, when you're in pain, when people disappoint you, you don't get to give up. I'm sorry, but you don't get to be cynical. You hold on to your principles. You keep fighting, even if it hurts, so that one day there's a world where people are free.
Alright, and there's like a cynical one, and I saw a green one up there. Let's see. Grab you. Red and green make blue. Grab you. Alright, let's turn all of you off. Don't need to go in there anymore. Don't need to go in there anymore. So let's see, red and blue is green. Red and green is blue. And blue and green is red. I need 2. I need to find a way to like make this a green that they both go to. Alright, let's restart this. I just shot a beam through that. I'll go there. Hi, future version of me here. I thought I'd show off how you're supposed to solve this puzzle. Footage from a YouTuber by name of Integer Voluntarist, because I think it would better comedically juxtapose with a rather silly solution I ended up discovering. Doesn't really help. Except, no. No. I don't think that works. It does. Alright, that probably isn't the way the devs wanted me to solve this, but that's how I did it.
Well done. Only one more trial remains.
That was definitely not how the devs want me to solve it, I'm almost guaranteed. I might actually want to look up and see how you're supposed to do this one. What is it called? Metathesis. I'll check it out. But I am positive I cheesed this. Alright, now I'll collect the other ghostly apparitions. And the red ones look to be Athena herself. So you have like Athena with lost self-doubt and Drennan kind of serving as wise words helping push her forward. And yeah, like being basically the restart of all of humanity, just going through the trials, being the one to like defy Elohim. I think Athena is the main character in Road to Gehenna, but I'm not positive about that. And then basically getting all the new humans together, setting up the infrastructure, which is probably harder because the simulations ran for much longer than they expected. Yeah, must be tough.
You can hear it in my voice, can't you? How taken I am with her. How amazed by the beauty of her thoughts. I would give anything to be with her. To be to her what Cornelius was to you before you threw him away. But I can't because of you. Because you took her from me.
All I ever wanted was to protect her, to give her time to grow and be herself.
No, you wanted to keep her to yourself because you don't trust people. You may love humanity from a distance, but individual people with their flaws and their agendas and their superstitions, no, that's a step too far for the Founder.
Alright, so that's very clearly not Yakut, but her just imagining what Yakut would say. But that is like an interesting dilemma, like the idea of, yeah, you want humanity to flourish, you want all of mankind to experience wonder and joy and happiness and fulfillment. And then sometimes you realize that individually, there are some stupid fucking people out there. It's almost like the opposite of that conversation from Men in Black, where like, Agent K was talking about how individually a person might be smart and able to handle the revelation that aliens are real and on Earth and among them at any given time. But with crowds, everything falls apart. Everyone becomes stupid and paranoid. But you can see there's also sort of the flip side to that. Alright, let's, well, this is Athena too.
Deep down, you know that none of this is real, Athena. These dark thoughts are just shadows and echoes. Let them pass. The people who love you are still out here, and they won't abandon you. If you can't free yourself, then all you need to do is hold on, and they'll find you. They'll save you. That's what human history is, Athena. Just people saving each other again and again until the end of time.
Actually, if she heard Yakut talk about how Athena took Miranda from him, that must mean that she is privy to what's going on in the base game, which I guess is kind of a no-brainer given that, like, you know, the Prometheus, Pandora and the Sphinx and whatnot. She is basically like locked in her head, hearing everything from the outside. But she's still warping and distorting things through her doubt and kind of coping and hoping when it comes to the green ones. The only odd one is the Alexandra Drennan one. Like, yeah, I'd imagine Drennan would have the attitude of you can't just sit around in self-pity. But Athena doesn't have access to Drennan running around solving puzzles in the actual world. That has to be based on a model she's formed of Drennan while just going through Drennan's work. Which kind of makes me wonder, like, is Byron able to communicate with her in here? Like, is he able to, like, say anything or impart any wisdom? Alright, so... see, that's a problem. It's kind of hard to tell which of these are which. Let's see...
Even if you hadn't killed me, it would all have gone wrong anyway. Do you think they would have accepted me in New Jerusalem? Me, with all my precious, self-important speeches about the beauty of the cosmos and our duty to spread life. My ridiculous, wide-eyed innocence, my childish affectations. They would have laughed at me.
No. They're not like that. They mean well. Even the worst of them are just scared.
They're selfish and greedy and stupid. You know that, Mother. Compared to you, they're all so very stupid. You hate them. You despise them. They're beneath you.
That's not true. That's not how I think. Please, Miranda, I don't know. I don't know where I am.
I would think the bigger problem would be the fact that she was made through, like, potentially a very different process than the other, humans in New Jerusalem. Like, a big emphasis was on how Athena and Cornelius created life, but isn't that also what she was doing with, introducing more and more people into society, and then, like, the goal with the 1,000 humans? Like, what were they doing if not creating life? So there must be something, especially amazing about Miranda's creation. Has anyone ever made a wise choice, or do we see the workings of chance and call it wisdom, the Sphinx? I don't think there's an achievement for reading all the QR codes in this DLC, but I guess since I know they're here, I'll try and keep an eye out for them. Alright, and here we are back to the start. And I guess when we solve everything, we go there. Or we do the gate, but given how much some of these puzzles are just kicking my ass, I might have to tap out at like 7. It's interesting how there's no, teleportation to these ones. Well, there's to that one. Maybe you have to, like, go to the island first. That could be it. Anyways, I've solved, like, 2 more puzzles, so I think that's a solid bit of progression. This is definitely a step up. I might as well, grab this one.
Look at what you've done. You were supposed to protect us, to lead us. But you're reckless and arrogant.
I did. I tried to. But nobody would listen. They only heard what they wanted to hear.
Look at this machine that you built. Do you really think this is a tool? It's a weapon. It killed your daughter. And now you're going to give it to your children? And what do you think is going to happen next?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Alright, so this one is at least a little bit in... I guess the Yakut one is also kind of a little bit in character in the sense that, like, he is infatuated with Miranda, but it's pretty damn clear that this isn't how they would talk to Athena. They both, highly respect and, not necessarily worship, but, like, look up to her as a founding figure in their society. And in some ways, like, you almost wonder if part of that could be addressed to Byron as well. After all, he's in this mess because he was so, reckless with how he conducted himself, just rushing into the action. Alright, now this one here, 12, looks pretty big and interesting, so I might do that one and 11 next. And then if I'm, still in the mood to continue on, I can try some of these again and some of the others, but we'll have to see. Alright, we're chugging along. Last time I said this is where I'd want to go. Number 12, there's a red hologram there. I'll see if there's a green one after I do the puzzle. Tidal lock. Oh, fuck me, this area's big. Alright, that activates a fan. Guess a million. Trying to get over there. Well, that activates this fan. I guess there's not really. I mean, hopefully there's not like any place I wanna work with off of the puzzle area. Tightly locked. I know it's a premise in cosmology where one side is always of like a moon or planet is always facing what's orbiting. No. Now that's there. And I can jump here. Alright, we're making progress. Let's see, where would that orbit where it would be useful? Oh, huge lag spike. If I can get there, I can grab that fan. I am just a little bit too far. No. Got the fan. I think you can turn it left or right. Alright, let's not doing connections and we'll see what's going on. This way. Alright, that's the opposite direction I want you to go. Gotta go. Alright, a little bit more. Stop. That seems to work a bit. A little bit janky with this. Oh, that pushed off this. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna try and steer you over to there. Now I'm on you. Now, why would I want to remove this? Alright. That's just stuck there. I think I see the logic. Maybe... Alright, I did it. Ready to go, solve 8 puzzles into the abyss.
It is done. You need not overcome further trials. Seek instead the place of awakening, so that when your friends find you, you will be ready to leave. Then, you can save Athena, as I cannot.
But there are more puzzles, which means there's more to learn.
Time is not as it seems in this place. You can linger here if you must, but I do not know what you will find if you remain.
My friends need me, but I need answers. What do I do?
That is not for me to judge.
Alright, so... basically game's saying, hey, if you want to just like end this and get the achievement for ending it or something like that, you can. Or if you're a bit of a completionist, you can keep doing it. But this was actually really out there puzzle. Like, nowhere in the base game is there anything truly like this. The closest thing is that one in Isle of the Blessed, where there's this thing that rotates when you put lights on it, but nothing quite like this. But it was actually fun figuring it out. My only criticism is, like, a big part of this is ending this here, like, you know, right between these two. But the shadows can be a bit misleading. It's kind of hard to judge It's why in platformer games, regardless of where the sun is and other shadows are, you always have a shadow beneath you so you know where you're going to land. But other than that, it was really interesting to kind of piece together. Oh, hey, there's a QR code. Only a madman or fool would hold fire in his hands. Pandora. Or, you know, a person or caveman or whatever who figured out, like, man's first major dominion over nature. Although I guess that wouldn't be the case. Wouldn't, like, us chucking rocks have evolved before figuring out, you know, fire? And that was a huge advantage. Also, our ability to sweat is underrated when considering mankind versus the rest of nature. Alright, so who is this? It's impossible to see. Could be Alcatraz, could be Athena, could be Miranda. It could be the mayor.
You're always so proud of humanity, but what is their history, really? Bombing and burning and starving each other? Hate responding to hate? An endless downward spiral.
They were more than that. They were capable of so much.
The only thing they were capable of was increasingly inhuman atrocities. Monstrous acts against themselves and against their world. They deserved what they got. And if we follow them, we'll deserve the same fate.
Yeah, but you guys clearly aren't following that. Like, there hasn't been a war yet. There hasn't even been, like, physical conflict between you guys, as far as I can tell. But humanity couldn't have been a perpetual downward spiral, because then how did it get to the point where it's able to construct the first of these robotic humans? How did it get to the point where enough of them could collaborate on such a project while basically the end of biological human existence was happening? I still haven't seen a single Prometheus spark. Alright, I guess I might as well see what this one is. Ring. Oh, there's a teleport. Where am I trying to get to, though? That probably moves. Seriously, where the hell's the objective? Teleport's up there. Alright, so this is left and right, so I don't need like two things. Alright, let's see. That looks like it's a blue. So if I just keep rotating it, that doesn't work. But I need to do like a quick I'll leave you here. But leave that open. Actually, could you also be there? Yes, now I have this. I want to send it over here, so I'll just... I'll forget about those for a minute. Boom. Alright, that is always working. That's green. There's a RBG converter. Problem is, like, if I open this, I guess I can put on the ring though. Am I stuck? No, can do this. Problem is, there's a fence. I have this. I can't, like... No, I can't rescue that, though. Can I, like, move you way out here? And now I'm connected to you. Alright, so I shouldn't need that, like, one red there anymore, because that's being connected, right? So blue makes green, which opens that, and now I can rescue you. I'll just put you there. I shouldn't need this anymore either. So let's see, I have an RBG changer. Oh man, it's like these three little windows seem very indicative of something. Like, those have to be down there. And they can't cross. If I do it there, then the red, like, stops working. And, I don't think I can just, like, stop and take a nap. What if I need to rescue that? Yeah, because then I can do like a blue on this side to connect a pylon. I think I know what to do. Alright, now that's open. Alright, so I'll need that. Or I do. No. Oh. Oh, I can grab this. Put it here. That's interesting. Maybe I can put a glue on here. rescue mission is a go. I'll just put all of you out here. No, you're not staying there. I'll grab you. Alright. Of course, I can also do a cross. Like so. I do red over here. You go off. Becomes red. Got it! Yes.
Are you certain that you must continue on this path, Byron? What is it that you seek?
I've learned a lot here, but there's still so much I don't understand. This may be my only chance to make sense of it all. When I go back, I have to convince people that we need the theory of everything, and I don't know if I can. And if I can't, what then? How do I live with myself?
Oh man, that was a tough one. But once I figured out, like, rather than two, you know, a changer, a pylon, and obviously the, you know, RBG one has to be there. But once I figured out, hey, you know, there's still one of those changers in there that should be rescued, and it turns out there's this little, you know, cubby hole where I could potentially manipulate something, so a rescue mission was underway. And then, like, after that, even though I said I would stop, like, by that point, I had all the pieces but the fan. So, I have to have the answers, you know? And yeah, I realized, hey, blue's here. So it can't connect to the red, but can to the green. But, if I have two of these, the blue can turn that red, and that can connect to the green, and there's no crossing. So yeah, it was a fun one, satisfying one, but also my brain is fried. Whew.
Why did you let me die, Mother? Was it because I was outgrowing your little fantasy of domestic bliss? Your pathetic attempt at recreating a human family? Like that could save you from all your mistakes.
I didn't let you die.
Didn't you? There were a million things you could have done differently, and you didn't do any of them. Maybe it's because you always knew it would end in disaster, because everything always does, and you just wanted to get it over with.
There was a million things that she could have done, but if she didn't know she could do those, then the point's kind of moot, isn't it? So yeah, I've done these, this, those, one of these, that, 2 of those. I still need to do 4 and 5. I still need to do 1. I'm just not able to wrap my head around it. Oh. And I don't know, maybe... You know, maybe I'll call it a video and we'll do some more next video. I'll head over to the mainland. Actually, which one am I on now? Here, I'll just teleport because I can. So, yeah, assuming this is the end, I hope you enjoyed the video, that gave you something to think about and otherwise entertained you. Take